Really nice to see you today. Right, how widespread is this going to become? There's a lot of technologies that are thrown, that some of the market and about the auto sector. Some of them are gimmicky, some of them are real stayers. Is this one got legs?
Well, I would say that most of what is going to come onto these driverless cars, as most people call it, they're already there in present-day cars. For instance, if you're talking about night vision systems or lane departure warning, we've been seeing these kind of systems for quite some time now. And if you're talking about lane keeping assistance, that's been around since 2004. So 10-year-old technology is what we're talking about today. And taking it to the next step is what most automakers are trying to do here.
But this changes what people want to buy in the dealership, doesn't it? I mean, you know, a car like that changes lanes and drives for you. You're not going to go out there and buy some hearty sports car that has a bit of grunt when you're not actually driving it.
Well, we're still talking about cars like the BMW X5 or the Mercedes-Benz E-Class that's coming up in 2014. And these cars are going to have just basic features like traffic jam assistance. So when you're really frustrated in the middle of a city, when you're not able to maneuver much, that is precisely where the car takes over and makes you, heave a breather, and then it's going to maneuver you until the traffic jam clears out. And then it's going to prompt you to take over.
I drive in via the Ashdown Forest every morning at about 3 a.m. and there are deer left, right and centre. What happens if a deer runs in from the side? I can see it from but the car sensor, will pick this deer up running across the road in front of me?
Yes, pretty much, because all along we have been having companies like Volvo and BMW coming up with systems like pedestrian detection and animal detection as well.
Okay.
And, companies like Autoliv have been doing this for ages now. They're a Swedish manufacturer of safety systems. And these kind of systems will become more relevant and pertinent in driverless cars or some sort of highly automated car where the car has to make the decision instead of you. So it has to have more number of eyes, more brains than you do as an average driver.
You find this exciting, Bear?
Well, I think that there are two worlds. I mean, the world is developing into urbanization, but big time, so it's public transport versus individual transport, and so technology has big inroads. And then all the rest is outside of towns, and there it might be highways or off-road, and there probably there are different needs on different lines. But technology is driving that process, and also fuel efficiency and these factors.
Here's the thing for the European car sector. The premium is doing very, very well. Right. The budget is doing very, very well. And in the middle, there's this great swathe of companies who are really struggling. A lot of the mainstream Peugeot brands, Citroën brands, Renault brands, you name it, are really struggling in the middle. Ford, for instance, as well. So where does this come in terms of cost?
In terms of cost, well, I would say the traffic jam assistance, that is going to be the very first introduction of some sort of a semi-automated vehicle. That is going to be costing you, say, about £5,000 extra if you're going to be buying in the UK next year. And it's launching on, in the month of December in 2013 itself, the 2014 model. And we expect similar pricing on the Mercedes-Benz E-Class also for the same feature. But as and when you transcend from semi-automated to highly automated and then eventually the fully automated, which is the driverless version, it's going to hit $10,000 or even $20,000 dollars or pounds. It could completely vary on the volumes that we're talking about.